रीड नेपालद्वारा तानसेन नगरपालिका पाल्पाको समन्वयमा तथा देववाणी संस्कृत तथा साधारण मावि, जनप्रिय मावि र लुम्बिनी मावि पाल्पाको सहकार्यमा उत्पादित यो कार्यक्रम ग्रिन तारा नेपाल, फेडो नेपाल र रीड नेपालबाट संयुक्त रूपमा सञ्चालित स्ट्रङ गर्ल्स प्रोजेक्टको एक अंश हो। यसमा करुणा जर्मनी तथा जर्मन सरकार बीएमजेडको आर्थिक सहयोग रहेको छ। कोभिड-19 को कारणबाट घरमै रहेका बालबालिकाहरूको पठन पाठनमा सहजता ल्याउने उद्देश्यले यो हेर्दै सिक्दै कार्यक्रम तयार गरिएको हो।
Namaste, dear class 7 students. Today I am going to teach you Unit 4, page number 34, 35, 36, 37 and 38. Pre-reading activity. Do you think one can be superior or inferior just because he or she was born to a certain family? Should one be treated differently simply because of his or her ethnic group? Discuss. What is the question? The question says that someone is born in the family of white. Someone is born in the family of black. The person born in the family of white is superior, and the person born in the family of the black is inferior. What is your opinion? Okay. Some hints. I don't think one can be superior, means higher, or inferior, inferior means lower, just because he or she was born to a certain family. It means the person born in the family of the white is not superior. The person born in the family of the black is not inferior. I think the white and the black are equal. One should not be treated means behaved differently simply because of his or her ethnic origin. Perhaps you have guessed. In this lesson, we are going to talk about the domination of white over the black. Here, this story is related to the family from the black community. Okay, learn the meanings of these words and use them in your own sentences. Rag doll, a soft doll made from pieces of fabric. Jhumra ka putali, rag doll. Children play with the rag dolls. Corn cob, a long hard part of the maize plant that the rows of the yellow grains grow on. Makai ko khoilo, corn cob. Children play with corn cobs in the villages. Recite, to say aloud a poem, story, etc. She recites the poem very well. Get wrapped up, to be involved in with something. She got wrapped up with the books. Scared means frightened, afraid. He was scared, so he didn't come out of the home. Thunderstorm, a storm with thunder and lightning. The writer was afraid of thunderstorm. Ku Klux Klan. It is a secret organization of white men in the southern states of the USA who used violence to oppose social change and equal rights for black people. It means Ku Klux is a secret organization of the white men if the black men ask for the rights. Ku Klux Klan doesn't like it. It uses violence and terrorizes the black people. Sentence: Ku Klux Klan is a secret organization of white to dominate the black. Umman, a derogative word for woman. The white said woman to a woman. Match the words in column A with the words or phrases which are similar in meanings given in group B. Read, dressed, finally, indulge, quivering, scared. Column B, get wrapped up in, eventually, frightened, clothed, recite, shivering. Now the answer. Read means recite. Dressed means clothed. Finally means eventually. Indulge means get wrapped in. Quivering means shivering. Scared means frightened. Okay. Reading. Mama, mother. This story is about the black family which is dominated by the white. Mama means mother, taught us how to draw my sisters and me. The writer is female and she has other sisters too. Her mother taught them how to draw. She taught us how to draw little things like boxes and houses and love nuts, prem ko gato. And she showed us how to make rag dolls and even some funny looking dolls out of corn cobs. Mother was a black woman. She has daughters, and here elder daughter is telling the story, and she says her mother taught them how to draw little things. It means they were boxes, houses, love nuts, and mother showed them how to make rag dolls and even some funny looking dolls from corn cobs. And mom really knew how to tell a story. The writer says that her mother was very good at telling a story. She could make it sound as if it had really happened. Her mother was very good at telling story, and she told the story as if it is the real event. She would have us sitting in chairs around her, and she would read to us and tell us stories and recite poems, pretty poems and sad poems too sometimes. Mother used to call the children. Children used to sit around the mother. Mother used to tell stories and recite poems. 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 Po Poems were pretty poems and sometimes sad poems. Now, on the basis of this story, this paragraph, now answer two questions. Answer the following questions. What did the writer's mother teach them to do? What was special about the mother's manner of telling stories? Dear students, on the basis of the current paragraph, you have to solve these two questions. Now, check whether your answers are correct or not. The writer's mother taught them how to draw lines, boxes, houses, love knots, and to make ragdolls. What was special about the mother's manner of telling stories? Mother could tell the stories in most fascinating means attractive manner by making them sound real events. Okay, next paragraph. One poem was about a little girl who was sick and dying. Mother used to tell different stories. She used to recite different poems. Among different poems, one poem was about a little girl. The little girl was sick and she was very serious, so she was dying. She kept on saying to her mother, "Put my little shoes away, put my little shoes away." She knew she wouldn't need her shoes anymore. In the poem, the little girl was very sick. She was dying. That's why she knew her little shoes were not needed for her. So she would say, "Put my little shoes away, put my little shoes away." We heard that poem so many times, but it always seems so real and so sad the way Mama recited it. Mama or mother used to recite the poem in an attractive way. Therefore, her poems were very nice to them. Mom loved to read. Mother liked to read. Sometimes she would get so wrapped up in a book. It means mother used to be busy with reading a book. She would stay awake all night long reading. It means mother used to stay awake all night long. She used to read the book the whole night. One morning I came in the kitchen while Mom was cooking breakfast and she was shaking her head and saying. And one day the writer came to the kitchen. At that time her mother was cooking breakfast. Although she was cooking breakfast, she was shaking her head and saying something. It means she was reciting the best line she has read. Then she said, "I will follow you to the end of the world and die like a dog at your feet." It is the best line for mother. That's why even at the time of cooking, the mother was reciting the same line. What was the line? "I will follow you to the end of the world and die like a dog at your feet." Perhaps it is the line uttered by a lover to a beloved or a beloved to a lover. It is a very good line. I didn't know what in the world Mama was talking about. So I said, "What you say, Mama?" She said, "Oh, it's just something I read." Mother was reciting the best line time and again. The writer didn't know about it. That's why the writer asked her mother, Mother said. She was reciting the line. She was uttering the line which was good for her. Now, on the basis of current paragraph, we have to solve two more questions. Which sentence in paragraph 3 tells us that the mother really loved reading? What was the mother saying while she was cooking breakfast? Now, do yourself, perhaps you know, and now check whether your answers are similar to mine or not. Number C. The line, sometimes she would get so wrapped up in a book, she would stay away all night long reading, tells that the mother really loved reading. Now number D. Mother was reading or reciting her favorite line from a story that read, I will follow you to the end of the world and die like a dog at your feet. Very romantic line. Now next paragraph. That night she told Papa means father, about it. She said it was the most romantic thing. I will follow you to the end of the world and die like a dog at your feet. One night, mother told father about the line. What was the line? I will follow you to the end of the world and die like a dog at your feet. Papa broke out with a great big laugh. It means father laughed very much listening to mother's sentence. He said, it sounds like foolishness to me. Father says that this line is a foolish line. Mother liked the same line, but the father said that line was a foolish line. I liked being near mom. The writer always liked to be near mom. When she cooked, I would sit in a chair right near the stove and put my feet up on the wood box and just talk about all the different things I had been doing all day. And I especially liked being near her whenever I was scared. Scared means afraid, terrified. The writer wanted to live near her mother, and she wanted to talk to her mother. She talked about all the different things she had been doing all day, and she was near. She liked being near when she was afraid, when she was terrified. Now next paragraph. I was scared. Scared means afraid to death of thunderstorms when there was the sound of thunderstorms, rattling sound of the thunderstorms. One house that we lived in had a little knot hole in the wall, and every time the lightning would flash, it looked like it was coming right through that hole. There was a hole in the house. The writer felt that the light of the lightning would come from that hole, and she was very afraid of thunderstorms. And the thunder was so loud, mom would say, the Lord is doing his work now, so you all go somewhere and be quiet. Be quiet means be silent. When there was the sound of the thunder, mother used to say that the God was doing his work. That's why he is making the thunder. That's why mother used to tell them to go somewhere and be silent. My sisters might go somewhere else, but not me. Younger sisters would go somewhere else, but the writer wanted to live near from the mother. I would sit right there up under mom until the storm was over. The writer was afraid of the thunderstorm only after being the fair weather she would go away. Otherwise, she would stay near from mother. Now, on the basis of current paragraph, what was the father's reaction to it? It means line. The mother recited time and again. Mother liked one line too much. What was the writer scared of most? Scared means afraid. Okay. He laughed at it and remarked, it sounds like foolishness to me. Here it refers to the line, favorite line of the mother. What was the writer scared of most? The writer was scared of the noise of the thunderstorms. Next paragraph. One night, the Ku Klux Klan. It is an organization of the white. This organization uses different tricks to dominate the black. Burned a wooden cross on Sugar Hill, and that was one of my really scared time. Ku Klux Klan was an organization of the white. This organization burned a wooden cross on Sugar Hill. The writer was very much afraid at that time. I was playing on the porch when I saw the cross. I couldn't see the wood. All I could see was those yellow quivering means shivering, halliरहेको, कामिरहेको flames, ज्वाला, in the shape of cross, and I ran. There was the fire. It was made by the Ku Klux Klan. It was the violence of Ku Klux Klan to dominate the black. At that time, the writer was very much afraid. I ran in the house to find my mom. I wanted to crawl up in her lap under her apron. Apron means cloak, C-L-O-A-K. But I sat on the floor as close to her as I could get. I felt safe there close to mom. There was the fire. The fire was made by Ku Klux Klan. So the writer went near her mother. When the writer was near her mother, she felt safe. Mom worked as a cook and waitress at Stokes Cafe down near the Parmelee train station. Mother was a Negro. She was a black woman. She worked as a cook and a waitress at Stokes Cafe. It was down near the Parmelee train station. She had to be at work early in the morning to fix breakfast for the people who would be coming in or going out on the trains. Mother had to go to work early. She was a cook. She was a waitress. Afternoons, mom would come home, and around 4 or 5 o'clock she had to go back and work until all the passengers and trainmen from the different trains had gone. Mother used to go to work very early, and by doing the work she would return home in the afternoon, and she again used to go to work, and she would come after all the passengers and trainmen from the different trains had gone away. Okay. Where did the mother work? What did she do? From this paragraph, you can find the answer. The writer's mother worked as a cook and a waiter at Stokes Cafe near the Parmelli train station. She had to prepare breakfast for the train passengers who came to the cafe early in the morning and evening. Next paragraph. Even when mom had been reading all night, she didn't have any trouble getting up early. And she made us get up too before she left for work. It means mother used to read all night. Although she read all night, she used to get up early. She made the children get up early too before she went to work. In the summer when school was out, we would watch her out the window, and as soon as she reached to the corner, we would get back in those beds and go to sleep. Even my sister Roland, who usually obeyed mom. Mother used to make them get up. But when there were holidays, they used to sleep again. Although mother made them get up. But sister Roland was very obedient. She used to follow what mother said. Next paragraph. When we finally did get up, we had to rush around to get our work done in time. We had to get breakfast, make beds, and sweep floors. They had to do different things. It would be late, so they had to do everything in a hurry. The whole house had to be clean. Roland had to comb Mabel's hair, and I had to comb Lily Mae's hair. And everybody had better be dressed and tidy. Tidy means clean. By the time mom got home, got means reached. I used to visit mom sometimes at the cafe and drink a soda pop or something. I had to use the side door. The front door was for whites only, and they sat down at little tables to be served. Blacks used the side doors and had to sit at a corner where we could only get snacks. This paragraph shows the discrimination between the white and the black. The white used the front door, but the black used the side door. It is discrimination. The white used to eat on the table, but the black used to eat at a corner on the ground. So there was no seat for the black. The seats were reserved for the white. These are the signs of discrimination, racial discrimination. Mom would always be glad to see me when I went to visit her, but one day her face looked strange, anotho, like it was going to break up in a lot of little pieces. She didn't smile when she saw me, and I knew something bad had happened. The writer used to see her mother at cafe. Her mother used to be very happy. But one day, her mother was very sad when she saw her daughter, the writer. The writer guessed something wrong is with her mother, because every day mother would be very happy when she would see the writer. This day the writer's mother was not happy. Now, two more questions. Why did the writer have to use the side door to see the mother? Would the mother like to see her in the cafe? They are the two questions from the paragraphs you have just read. Now, do yourself and check whether your answers are similar or different to mine. Okay, answers. Why did the writer have to use the side door to see the mother? The writer had to use the side door to see the mother because the side door was for the black and the front door was for the white. It means the black and the white used to use the separate doors. This is the sign of racial discrimination. Would the mother like to see her in the cafe? Yes, the mother would like to see her in the cafe. She would be very happy. Okay, look at the picture. This is the white man, this is the mother. Mother is not happy here because the white man is dominating. All day long, I wondered what was wrong with my mother. And when she got home, got means reached, she told us, she said there was this man who came in the cafe every day, and the minute he sat down at the table, he wanted to be served. He called Mama woman, but he pronounced as umman. Umman means not woman, not human. He would say, Umman, bring me a cup of coffee. Umman, bring me a piece of pie. Here we see the reasons of being sad. The white man used to come in the cafe and he used to say always Umman in place of woman. This is the domination of the white over the black. When he used to come to the cafe, he should have been served at once. Quick service. He needed always quick service. Mom didn't want to say anything to the man that might make her lose her job. She had been holding means here, tolerating it all in. And that's what had made her face look so strange. Mother did not like to say anything, although the white was dominating, because she didn't want to lose her job. But it was enough and enough for her. One day, though, Mama got so upset means sad, she told the man, don't call to me Umman. If you don't know how to talk to me, I can't wait on you. The white man always dominated mother, so mother didn't like the behavior of the white man. So mother said not to say Umman. He never called her that again. He means here the white man never called her that again, means Umman. But he didn't call her Mrs. Jones. The writer's mother's name was Mrs. Jones. But the white man never said Mrs. Jones. He called my mama Patty. It means the white man wanted to dominate the black woman. So her name was Mrs. Jones, but he called Umman at first when she didn't like Umman, and the white man said Patty. Okay. Why was the mother so sad one day? Why did the mother stop calling her Umman? What did he call her then? Okay, the mother was so sad one day because a white visitor mispronounced her name in public. That humiliated her mother. He called her mother Umman, meaning not man, not human. And she was very upset and she strongly protested. Protested means opposed the man. Why did the man stop calling her Umman? What did he call her then? When the writer's mother strongly criticized the man for his uncivilized manners, he stopped calling her woman. Then he called her Patty. Think and answer. Which race did the writer's family belong to? How do you know? Why do you think the man called her woman? Why did he never call her Mrs. Jones? Answer. The writer's family belonged to the black. We can know this from the writer's family economic condition, their hardships means difficulties, the white man's treatment towards mother in the cafe, etc. Why do you think the man called her woman? Why did he never call her Mrs. John? The man called her woman to meet not human, because the white feel them superior to black. He never called her Mrs. Jones because he did not like to respect her at all. In the passage, the father says, "It sounds like foolishness to me." Can you find 6 words that end in ness? Ness is a suffix. It makes noun. You have to say some nouns. Some examples may be kindness, noun. Happiness, noun. Darkness, noun. Nearness, noun. Dryness, noun. Blindness, noun. Tallness, noun. Fineness, noun. In the same way, you can find some other words having the suffix ness. Who said the following? It sounds like foolishness to me. Father said. I will follow you to the end of the world. Who said? Mother. Mother recited the line. Bring me a cup of coffee. Who said? A white visitor. A white guest. Who said? Mother. Don't call me man. Who said? Mother. Okay. This much for today. Thank you. Namaste.